Where are we at? That's funny. I'm like, wait, what? We are restarting the stream again because, Preston was telling me that there was a bit of a... Oh, my voice! What the heck? Audio issues! We love audio issues. Seems like that's the only thing we have issues with, you know? And that's alright. Just gotta keep up with it, I suppose. Okay. Where's my body? Here? No. Here? No. Here. There we go. Hi. This is a testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Since the PlayStation servers are down, I cannot play COD, so we're stuck to this. I had to finish playing all the other games I did not finish. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Alright, this is another testing 1 2. I just want to make sure that everything's a-okay. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Hello. I'm testing the audio just before we start. I think it's going pretty good. I think it sounds better than before. But whenever I speak, the game will be ducked. So no, it's not actually. I'm making up lies. It should be fine then.
It sounds good.
Or maybe I'm just supposed to switch it to, you know, like you said, move the microphone to its own USB port on the computer. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was just it. Okay.
Actually, I think this is the best audio mix you have.
I have to start from the beginning because I don't know how bad the audio was last time. So here we go again. December 27th, 2:11 p.m. Right in company law offices.
Mic sounds a little fuzzy, but that can't be helped.
Sorry about that. It's probably the AC in the background. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Oh, excuse me. Do you really think that Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'll never take someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo! How's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had them swooning in the aisles. Huh, Maya? Swimming? Swimming? What? What? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. Was it like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you could do better than that. Come on. I save Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowed before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out with the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Ha 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 ha. But seriously, Nick. Nick, I can't even speak. That boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I'm sitting, Edgy seems pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait. Was that when you two were classmates? Yes. In grade school. They saved me. Miles. And Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what is he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry, spring, the end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in the class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So, the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as a defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty! He did it! Guilty! It was you! Thief! Give the money back! You're such a meanie! No one's playing with him! Just admit it, you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! He shouldn't be allowed in the relay race! Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you! How do you know if it was him, though? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I did it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boys whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I had been there, they would have thought I done it. So, I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, that's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm gonna become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do something with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was this article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he became who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean that's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew that he would meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believe in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I do it for free. Aw, Nick. Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth. If it's the same thing, if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'll settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Oh, I was hot out there. Hot. I'm glad someone's happy about this case is going. Seems too happy to care about anything I show him. Detention center. Here we go. December 27th. Detention center. Visitors room. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, alright. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, I probably only really mattered. It probably only mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, haven't you, right? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Speak! Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. He said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right? But I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had been the shooter anyway, how you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. And that would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of that murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So, he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine in that every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, what if your saying is true? You're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. What? He's right! Now's not a time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Present something to you. Let's. What do you think? Nick, no! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that. You're right. Now probably isn't a good time to show. Oh, now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. Is it? Nothing. Huh? How about this one? It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But, even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. My voice just cracked. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, can I show you something else? What are you showing me this photo for? No reason. You know, I was impressed with your deduction in trial today. Granted, you were on the end of your rope, but still. Nick, he noticed. Haha. Alright, we're going to here. December 27th, Roseburg's law offices. He's out. Again. When does he work anyway? Now, don't be harsh. I guess we'll have to come back later. So I've been watching. On Disney they had Mash, not Smash. They had Mash. You know, the real old school TV show. And I remember one of the episodes where the main characters are like, "We gotta find a way to get back our shots, get back our medical supplies because people keep stealing them. We gotta figure out what to do." So their boss has this really nice American oak desk, so they steal they steal their boss's desk for a trade for their for their medical supplies. So whenever I see a lawyer's desk like this, or a desk that looks like anything like this, I just think of that episode. Oh, sorry. So here. December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said that there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. Boat shop. Caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's a... He shouted something about catching him if that... Oh, catching him if it's the last thing I'll do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. See what this guy's studying. He's always studying something. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Please, think about what you're doing, Jolinda. Don't take my Tommy away from me, no. He must be doing image training for a nasty divorce argument. Okay. Alright, we're going to the Gourd Lake. December 27th, Gourd Lake Park entrance. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, hi, Detective Gumshoe. What am I saying hi for? Close one today, eh? I got so worked up, I snapped my neck in half. Sorry about that. No prob, pal. Thanks to you. We now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where a lot of us camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta is in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. We're still going in though. December 27th, Gourd Lake Public Beach. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. This lake sure likes to cause problems, doesn't it? I mean, everything that happened here turned out to be a lie. Gordy was a lie, and the charges against Mr. Edgeworth were all lies. I guess you're right. I mean, I'm glad the charges were all lies, but still. Guess Larry has today off. He was pretty happy about saving Mr. Edgeworth. True. We owe him big. No one's going to sit here on a cold day like today. Well, unless they were eating a samurai dog. How would that change the temperature? I wonder. You seem troubled, Nick. No. Who? Me? I almost didn't see that signpost. Trash can without... Oh, trash can with no trash. At least the place is well maintained. I think that's it. We're still gonna go. We're gonna go... Oh, I guess we can't go. December 27th, boat rental shop. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Aha! Hello! What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh melon. Fresh melon, fresh lemonade, fresh lemon. You see, Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. Yes, that is true, yes. But from what I saw from today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think that Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Hold on. Give me one side. December 27th, caretaker's shack. Nobody's home. Hello? Hello? Squawk! Hey, it's Polly! I wonder where your owner's gone. Polly? Hello? Hello? Squawk! I can't believe he run off and leave his poor parrot to defend for herself. Hello? Hello? Squawk! Everything's cold. It looks like he didn't turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. That fishing pole looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't you think that the caretaker would mind? Well, we can just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we'd better not. Ah! What's wrong? Never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See, that's why I didn't want to tell you. That reminds me, Nick. Holly knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Holly, what's the number to the safe? 1228! Squawk! Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Oh, but hey, he keeps he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's a handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on 2 men who ruined your life. The rest of the letters go on describing the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting to the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. when he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Nice. Say, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. You mean the pictures of the fish they caught, right? Right. But don't all the fish on the wall here look really punny to you? Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him. Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? It doesn't look like he used his kitchen much. Oh, my voice. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What? You thought he was telling the truth? She's very gullible, and I understand I'm gullible too, so. Maybe I should take care of Polly. What do you think? You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. I don't know where to go. Okay, we can't go there. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Here. Maybe he's not here. Okay, maybe he's not here. Let's go see what's his face. We got something to show you. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man, not at all. So he was following his letter then. Which means there is someone else behind it. Now was the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Oh, okay, you're not ready. Okay. Uh, 、
Maybe
Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Ugh. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe! Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out! Don't shout. You're just using up more oxygen. That's all I remembered. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporarily insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent. Huh, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that has been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not to tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Don't shout. You're just using up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're just using up my air. But what? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, Father. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I picked up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father. Oh. Larg. And with that scream, I awake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that's kept me sane for the last 15 years. My voice is cracking. Why? But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about that way, this letter makes sense. Get revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. Did you hear me burp? What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's something, if there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick. There is someone who knows about DL6. I already presented this from him. Yeah, I did. Alright, we'll be back. December 27th, the Grossberg's Law Offices. Mr. Grossberg? Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding, I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what happened, hmm? It's Mr. Edgeworth. He's... I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream! Only a dream! I wonder... What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm? Well... Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream is not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Mr. Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No! I don't believe it! Yogi was suspect of murder, and his career as a bailiff was inevitably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Maya Fey, sorry. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma was an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to all his methods. And he lost, and died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet, Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son. It's only a possibility, mind you, but a possibility nonetheless. What do you know about this? Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney. But he defend clients not only for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his clients. That one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's...
Luden equals.
Hey, guy. How you doing? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Hello, Preston. The PlayStation is still down. PlayStation Plus is still down. Jeez. He won that verdict and he won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago.
I'm okay. Night of rendering trim footage. Thank you for asking equals.
Ah, nice. Wait, you're doing footage? Nice. You got this. Keep it up. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? I don't know. I'm a Yogi? Maybe it was Yanni Yogi? Yanni Yogi?
Well, several videos for YouTube.
Oh, okay. I see. That's good. Keep up the good work. Don't overdo it, but keep up the grind. You got this. You claim he wrote himself this letter?
Did you enjoy the Death Stranding TGS?
Oh my gosh. Yes, I did. But... it's all in Japanese, so I don't know what I was watching. They're supposed to do subtitles sometime this time in the future, so I'm hoping to rewatch it again. But so far what I watched is basically I was introduced to one of the 5 characters, a few characters I'll say. So there's Tarman, Dollman, Ellie Fanning's character is named Tomorrow, and then another character, her name is Rainy. I thought they would talk a little bit more about Higgs, but they didn't. And I'm not sad, but I was kind of hoping a little bit more from him. But that's fine. At least I got some names on the other characters. They showed off a new song. Apparently, so in Death Stranding 2, they had a character named the Musician. And the Musician is actually, I think he's like the music producer of the game. So in Death Stranding 2, I'm thinking he's gonna have more of a what do you say the word? His position in the game is gonna be more important. They showed like his own song and his own choreography, and I haven't listened to the song yet, but I need to listen to it. And people are already noticing a few things here and there about the music video, and seeing how there's little details here and there. So I'm waiting for the video to have subtitles, and then I'll watch it again. But yes, I had a good time, even though I didn't know what the heck was happening or what they were talking about. But their photo mode, they were showing a little bit of the photo mode for the characters, and wow, it is It is incredible. It is amazing. It's amazing. It's an amazing sight. It's cool. So people are saying that Kojima is... No, it was corrected on Twitter that it was 30 to 40% done with the Japanese dialogue of the game. But the game should be finished by next year, and then there's a date he already has in mind. So I'm thinking, you know how at the end of the year they have Jeff Keighley's Game Awards show? I think they're gonna do another trailer, and they're gonna finally present a date. So hopefully, that's what I'm hoping for and guessing. So we shall see. I shall see. You shall see what I will see. You claim he wrote himself this letter, then followed his own instructions?
Hero's note.
Yeah, I guess that would have happened.
Yes.
Huh. Perhaps you think that Mr. Yogi has a split personality, I think that's definitely a possibility, yes. No, I think not. I do not know this Yogi in any case. There's no way I would have recognized his handwriting. Oh. Yes, right. I'll ask you again. Do you have any idea who wrote this? Von Karma. Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time in court reports. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Gregory Edgeworth? He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what he had become. I wonder what have become of von Karma if he were alive. Hold on. If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could von Karma know about Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought that it was a nightmare. That I don't know. Yet, I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking out to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused von Karma of faulty evidence. And, though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trials record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he has taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Von Earth, Mr. Von Edgeworth, Mr. Von. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know? I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'll kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I can go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. What else can I show you? She was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did. Huh? What are you... Sorry about what? I think I'll stay out of this one. In any case, it's good that the one shooting isn't Miles. You bet it's good. I can't believe the fiendish plan was to this murder. And we almost fell right into his trap. What a creep. Where are we going? Detention center? Okay, we're not here for you then. We're going to the police station. December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. There's hardly anyone here. Everybody must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you! I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I don't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's in there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived actually. Von Karma is in the records room. Let's hurry. Let's go. December 26th. Police Department, records room. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure that they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases? Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty! What? What are you doing here? Eek! Von Karma! You! How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We've seen each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team. I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed their veneer of... I can't say that word right now. Why can I not say that word right now? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. What I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing right afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It has been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell in the court tomorrow. You were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in the court tomorrow. Can I present something to you? I would like to present to you this bird. What do you think? Fool. You think I, a prosecutor, would give you a defense attorney information? Blah. Creep. How about this lady? Okay, never mind. Oh, no. Go back. He's so creepy looking. How about this photo? No. Okay. How about this document? Okay, he's not gonna say this. Oh. So, I have a documentation here. It has your name. Your hand. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed ᴄᴜᴜᴜᴜ to commit murder. ᴄᴜᴜᴜᴜ. How many years has it been since I've heard him by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? It's a taser! It's a stun gun. For a defense attorney. Oh, for a self-defense, naturally. I mean, usually. I can't even speak. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it. Usually. Now give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you? Nick, run! Ah! Oh no, Maya! She got shot! Maya! Out of my way! Ah! Oh no. We lost it. We lost the paper. We lost the paper. We done goofed. He got us. The letter's gone, of course. and he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya? Is she okay? Maya? Maya? Open your eyes. Maya? The letter. Did he take the letter? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya! Ugh. There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya. She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident evidence number 7 taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're the most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. To be continued. Oh no, we're going to court. Should we do this? Episode 4, Turnabout Goodbye's final day. Trial. Alright. I'm letting everybody know now. I'm gonna cheat a little because I want to enjoy the story. I like the story. I don't like guessing games because I have to start all over again. And I have to go through the whole dialogue. I want to enjoy the story. So, if you don't like the cheating, sorry. It's best for you to leave. And if you don't care, that's alright. But I'm just letting you know. December 28th, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled. At last. A lot of things. What's the big deal? So sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum, as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I thought I'd cheer you up with the pat on the back. Maya, maybe you shouldn't go outside and discharge? Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, yeah, pile. Pow, there's a pow. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? I have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after the shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th.
Who did we murder this time?
We're still we haven't murdered anybody yet. We're still trying to figure out what's going on with Edgeworth and him being a murderer or not. So remember how there was a boat caretaker? We'll find out that he may be an ex courtroom bailiff that was falsely accused of shooting Edgeworth's dad, when in reality Edgeworth killed his own dad. It was accidental. So on karma.
Murder.
Yes, we're still on it. We're on the final trial. We're on the final trial. Let me sip some water and then we can continue. I hope you're all doing well. Remember to drink water, okay? Okay.
Accidental murder. Whoops, my hand slipped and pushed this knife into your body repeatedly. I tripped, I swear, Your Honor.
That's basically it, yeah. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into the silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. Oops, I accidentally hit my mouse. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in a boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness! Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Why I left court. I was really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't have one. So, my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's cross-examine. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. Oh boy. Okay. 2. You lost much of your memory. Is that correct?
Yep. Seems like it.
ᴜᴜᴜᴇᴜ Yanni Yogi Bear?
Yanni Yogi Bear. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. This witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in this old codder's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't even hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing over and over, and you've been calling the witness's memory of a past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. But both of these statements are lies. Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho. Now, this is interesting. If you like to know, I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. His name is Yanni Yogi, the former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. Figures the judge would have heard from it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tis. Jumping the conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness, is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is the court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. Now allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now. But I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How are you going to prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Huh? I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked at the caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to
LOL.
hide your past? Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess Will will not be able to prove his identity. No! Tis. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tis. Well, Mr. Wright? Perhaps you like to cross-examine this parrot for a little comical relief? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore loser. Oh, a sore winner, my bad. Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor.
LUL.
The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma's up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Do you need to ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate then, please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, I hope you are ready for the consequences. This is crazy. Well, still want to go through your little game? Yes, let's do it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma's ridged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the bird. Which bird? That bird. That's quite a bird. Please, tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well. Witness, who is your owner? The bird did it. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Who is your owner? Hello, Squawk. Certainly the most concise testimony we had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Witness, you cannot just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say?
LOL. Bully the verb.
As I recall 2 days ago, bully the verb. Polly, Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6. Squawk! If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello! Hello! Squawk! That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello! Hello! Squawk. Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tis, tis, tis. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Ron Carmen expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we've forgotten anything? Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Hello? Hello? Squawk? Well?
This case interesting?
Yes. Witness, you just can't say hello and expect us to get us anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I see? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly, Polly, Squawk. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have to do anything to her own owner's identity? Of course. Yes, it does. Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is to tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the proof that the parrot's real name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Take that! The DL6 file case? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on? Dan. Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See? Indeed. It does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Holly Jenkins. Holly! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Blah. A mere coincidence. That's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Phoenix, right? Does this make you my daughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence on a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? We're getting closer. One more. We can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. What? Very well, witness. You may continue. Witness, you just... Okay. What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say something. Anything, okay? Holly, what was the number of the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Huh, ridiculous. How can the number of a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to that safe number? Case summary. Case summary? Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah! He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Blah! This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. That is a true possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seem more than like a pattern
to steal
too.
his card.
Time to steal his card. What? What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Watch, he ran away. Oh, never mind, he came back. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Oh?
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi! So, it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death.
He admitted it.
He did. Yes, it was me. I did it.
Book him.
They put me in witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent. Get me off the hook. So I pretended to have a brain damage. I was innocent, really. But he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Well. Upon karma. Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are clear of suspicion of this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't ᴜᴜᴜᴜ saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant I guess we can't say not guilty. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yay, yippee-ki-yay! Hurrah! Huzzah! That is all. This case is adjourned. Yay! What is happening now? Did someone say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. But what is that means? No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick? Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh. What do I do? What do I do? What do we do? Wait, does it really matter? We'll let him talk, yeah? Just let him talk. Let him talk. No, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. And now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for the DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to have a 5-minute recess. During this time, I would consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Oh my gosh. December 28th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. What are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. You're right. Right. December 28th, 2:30 p.m. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, through pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Although it's unconventional for me, I would like to run this by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, 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 please. That day, I gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, a earthquake struck, trapping us in an elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. So then, something heavy fell out.
Does he just tell the judge what to do?
He does. He does, and the judge is like, oh, okay, well, yeah, let's continue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in the elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Let's see where it's at. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the gunshot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at the file once more. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. Oh? You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? Don't accept this evidence. I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Mr. Edgeworth's testimony? Oh, wrong one. Look at the victim data at this file. It says it's quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, and yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol was related to this incident? Look at this photo. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. You can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice, at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So, let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction. Is this what you speak of? As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed in the shot from a pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went through Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he I can't even speak. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright. Look once more at the DL6 incident file case. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary? That's on page 1. Look at what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired twice...
This man literally cheats.
Oh yes, he does. Then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that had made that bullet hole in the door. Order. I will have order. Mr. Edgeworth has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not...
BTW, all these prosecutors are so fancy.
They are. They are fancy. As Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So, we all have the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tis. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet exists. I don't believe that the second bullet existed. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Objection. I can't even speak. I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all of my conjectures were for nothing. No! But you said you do it, Nick. You said that you get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, I saw the photo and I thought that the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think of it to be that simple. This case has stood unsolved. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant's day right here. Right now! Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank, and I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? What do I do? Do I object?
Object.
Okay, we're objecting.
You heck.
Your Honor. I object. Tis. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof. Nick? I don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. Second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? But we just heard proof that it does not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's not just someone took it from the scene of the crime, that's what happened. But who? The murderer.
I wonder how much hair gel it takes to keep Phoenix's hair like that.
Murderer? Then tell us, who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet. But why? Huh? First of all, why would they First of all, how would they find it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to have searched for that bullet? The murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time looking for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Sorry, the flashing is freaking me out. I'm like, stop flashing at me, I'm scared. Yes, Your Honor? I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have taken it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right here. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that really happened? Let me get this straight. So, at the time of the murderer themselves was shot? Then they left the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from the outside, yes. Oh boy. The two men fighting inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I have ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What you are saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of this incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick? Huh? Just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. But it was the first and the last vacation he has taken for many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but because he took it he was injured? Which would mean it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth? It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility of the murder came from outside. Could you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it? Let's say it. Let's say it now. Your Honor. There's a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who was your suspect? My hands are shaking. The what? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Ugh. You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took the vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yeah, you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from an incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery. No? Where would I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor. I can't even speak. Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? What, did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he wouldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Tis. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? I do. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. And I know how much you like it, so... What? The evidence that proves that Von Karma was shot is... Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then, I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's likely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There's a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and let's see what we find. Oh, he's sweating. He's sweating. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order! 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 Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. This statute of limitations runs out this case today. It was you who said that we had to end it here, right now. Enough. I permit this use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. What does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Beep, 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 beep. Oh! They found something! They found something! It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma? It was you! I was afraid that this would happen. And so, I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claimed that the bullet was in my shoulder for no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. But Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Mr. Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any evidence of DL6. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So, sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought that you try to dig your own grave trying to convince Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. It's right here. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term, but it came up in the first trial, 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapons fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the other Mr. Von Karma, and the bullet buried into your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun, the very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, will you let us remove the bullet from your shoulder? Then we will compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet, and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Oh! That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait. I know! Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air! Get away! Get away from my father! Ah! It's that scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma. It was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? Edgeworth, only you would dare defy me! So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with the penalty on my record, and you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands! Good gosh, man. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma. It's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would have been the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will be penalized. I have covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black, the lights must have gone out. I went out to the hallway and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was this noise. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door just opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol laid at my feet. I knew then it was my destiny. Ah! In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now. End it. But, very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court defines the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Very nice. That is all. This court is adjourned. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked more paler, more paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time, myself. But now, it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try. Thank you. I see. Thank you, right. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn. Wait, what? You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I never forget this. I'll owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down on this bid this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you should say thank you. See. Ahem. Whoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the very start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in a cookie jar if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick! My life is over! What? Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this. I'm not long for this world. Huh? You don't look sick. It's Candace. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here's a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's
I
not...
love how everyone is incompetent.
Huh? It's not a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? What? Wasn't that the exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38. No? No! Larry, it was you! What are you why are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came back to school. He came back in school anyway. Then, he saw the money lying there, and then the rest was history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back at school. When something smells, that's usually the butts. I know. Really, right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think that the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you did. What you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I've only known, I would have been a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might have been a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch right? Hey y'all, line up, I want to take a photo. Hey, photo time! Let's go! And after that, dinner on me! Detective Gumshoe took us out in the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Wright and Company Law Offices. What? Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help out Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're not Oh, so you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good. Okay? Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was the very end when I thought we lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wandered around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence?
What do I show her?
It says I can show her... let's see. This? A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence perpetrating to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. You better hurry, lady. So, this is it. See you soon. Oh, see you soon, Maya. Oh, look at her. She's so sad and happy at the same time. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Oh no, I got a bad feeling about this. I finished it! Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish you a new year. Whoop! Detective Gumshoe! And then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of, like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. But who? I've been working at the cheese shop, but that Missy's a nice lady. She's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. Binge? I think I have a few more games after this. Ooh, right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, he's not ringing my own bell, but I'm sort of taught him what he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Oh, it's this guy, Mr. Phoenix, right? Ah, the defense attorney whom I wrote that evidence for. Oh, you should have known him. Taking over the management. Oh, would you please stop in the area? I'm kind of like reading it, and that at the same time I'm not. Oh, it's you. Phoenix, right? Ah, yes. Maya's understudy. I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him as of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? What is going on here? They're talking about Phoenix Wright, but who are they talking to? Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with the name Phoenix. Oh my gosh, she's rambling on.
Opinion.
Opinion? What do you mean opinion? What are you talking about? Talk to me.
What you think?
Oh, I enjoyed it for the story. The one thing I did not like about it was that, it was a little difficult to keep up with, No. When I failed, I would just start all over again, read the whole dialogue until I get to the part where I, failed. That was like the only issue I had. Other than that, I really enjoy the story. I like, how it keeps you on your toes, and, you know, all the characters are not the same, they're funny. They're very, loosey-goosey. They're talking to all the past characters. Yeah, I remember, right? The lawyer guy. Not me. I'm training to be a paranormal photographer. For real. Now that's talent, I'm gonna be famous. Who's asking about... Oh! Oh, look at this photo! How cute! That was a cute photo. What?
So cute.
See, another episode has been added. Would you like to save your progress up to this point? Yes. Episode
What was your
5.
favorite case?
My favorite case? The one that stuck out to me the most was the one, not this one, last one that we just did, but the one before, where they were trying to figure out who killed the actor that was acting out in their, in the kids TV, studio. It was more than just, oh, he stabbed me, or, this person dressed up as me, and it looked, they thought it was me, but it wasn't me, I wasn't there, I was actually sleeping, and blah blah blah. I like that one. There was actually more to it than just, such. I like that one. Okay. That is it for me today. I am Sleepy Boy. I don't think the PlayStation thing is even on anymore. Oh, it's working now!
Case closed.
Case closed. The services are up now. I already saved it. So I was telling Maria, I'm like, I think something's wrong with the internet. Is something wrong with the internet? And she was like, no, I'm watching YouTube videos and everything's fine. And I'm like, okay. So I checked my PlayStation again and I restarted it. And then I went on my computer, I'm like looking up like YouTube videos, and I see that there's nothing wrong with the internet. So I go on Twitter on my phone and I'm like, what's going on with PlayStation? Turns out globally, everybody that has a PlayStation or PSN account was having issues with it. So anybody that had a PlayStation had no connection to online games. So I was like, I can't play Call of Duty, I can't play my Ghost Recon game, I can't play Anthem, what am I gonna do? And I was like, oh, I'll just play Death Stranding. I mean, what's wrong with that? I can go back to that. But I played a little bit of Tony Hawk and I got bored with that, so I'm like, no, I'll just stream since I still have the internet. I'll just use the stream and play some Phoenix Wright. Here we are.
Oh, poor little nerd.
Yeah, but I'm okay. I have the internet back now. I have my account now. I wonder what happened actually. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna hop off. Thank you for popping in when you could. Thanks for watching. Sorry if I'm like shouting in your guys' ear and you can't make out the words that I'm saying. I'm ready to go to sleep. I don't even know how I'm talking. I'm like, when I was reading the words, I was like stuttering and I couldn't.
Stay awesome.
I couldn't even speak. But it's time to go to bed. I bid you good night. Rest well. Bye bye. Bye bye.
They let me pick. Did I ever tell you that? Choose whichever Spartan I wanted. You know me. I did my research, watched as you became